Hi, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button, and if you have, thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here, and also please push the like button because it does help get the algorithms out there so all crocheters can find this channel. So today I want to wish you a happy Monday and most of all a happy Veterans Day. Thank you all for your service. So today I want to show you this really pretty block. You can call it a block, we can call it a square, but this is block number 22 at your own pace Afghan. Now when I say that, I want to say that if you've never done these blocks, haven't even started them, you can start them even though we're at block 22, because you can make 3 or 4 of these in a day. That's why they're at your own pace. You can make several of them in a week. You can get caught up. You can make some of these for an Afghan. You can make all of them for an Afghan. You can be your own designer. You can pick and choose which one of these you want to use for your Afghan. And again, it's at your own pace. This is a real pretty stitch. It's a little bit textured, not a lot, and this is the treble crochet square or block number 22. I'm going to show you just how easy this is to make. And what we're going to do, as we did with all our squares, we're going to use an eye hook, which is a size 9 5.50 millimeter hook. We want to use the same hook for all of our squares if you're going to make it for one Afghan. You also want to use the same weight yarn. This is a 4 weight. You want to stay with the same weight yarn for all your squares. So now let's get started with this really pretty stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our slip knot. Once you make your slip knot, we're going to chain. And I'm going to just go back a little bit. We're going to chain 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. I want to mention I go slow in all my tutorials. You can follow along. You can write it down. You can crochet along with me. Once we have 30 chains, these are your chains. They look like little V's for new crocheters. This is your working chain, not considered a chain, not considered this because it's not finished. This is your working chain, and at the very end is your slip knot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, in the 5th chain from this hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to do a treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to yarn over. You're going to have 3 on your hook. You're going to go into this 5th chain, and you're going to pull up a loop. And you want to make sure that it's nice and, the same length when you do all of these. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go through 1, 2 chains. Now you're going to yarn over. You're going to go through 2 more loops. And then you're going to yarn over and you're going to go through 2 more. And that is your last, should I say, that is the finish of that one treble. But I want to mention you have 2 trebles here, because this chain right here is considered a treble crochet. So you have 1, 2. Now you're going to yarn over and yarn over. You're going to go into the next stitch. You're going to go in, you're going to pull up that loop. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through 2 loops. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through 2 loops. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through 2 more. We're going to do this right across in every stitch across. And what I'm using here is, this is a Premier yarn, so I'm using Premier. And now we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to continue to do these trebles right across. And you're going to go into every chain across. And again, you're going to yarn over and yarn over. And you're going to go into the next chain. You're going to pull up that loop. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to continue this right across. This is a really pretty stitch, and it is a really pretty first square for block that we're doing. You can make all the blocks the same pattern. You can switch them around and do, you know, maybe 3 or 4 of the blocks that I've presented, and you can make your own designed Afghan. You do not have to use all of them. You can use just the ones you want. At the end, I will be showing you how to put them together, and I will also be showing if they need to be blocked. I'll show you that as well. And I'm going to just show you what they look like. This is what it looks like right across. Isn't that pretty? This is really a pretty stitch. Just want to mention I am doing a series. Part 3 will be coming out on how to read the abbreviations for the stitches that we all learn, and also how to read a pattern. At the end of it, we will put together and read a pattern and follow it. So, and that is for beginners to advanced, everyone in between. It's for all levels. So now we're going to go into the next one. We're going to just do this right across. And here they are. I go slow. You can follow along. You can write it down. You can crochet with me while I'm doing this now. If you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them. I will be happy to answer anything that you want to know. I'll also ask you if you have anything in particular that you want me to add in the series that I'm doing for abbreviations and how to read patterns. please let me know if there's anything special that you want me to cover. I will also be covering decreases and increases, so that if you want to make a sweater or you want to make something, an accessory, something that you want to wear, such as a sweater or a vest, so we're going to do that. So if you have any questions or anything that you want me to add to that series, or that you're thinking that you really want to learn, let me know and I will be happy to add it to the series. I always say at all levels, because I go slow. I want you to write it down. I want everybody to be able to learn all of this at whatever level you're at. If you've never touched a crochet hook in your life and you want to, that's why I do these for all levels. That's why I go slow. Sometimes I repeat things, and it's all due to the learning process. So I just want to mention, always make sure you go into that last stitch, because often what happens, whether you're in row 1 or row 2 or row 50, sometimes when you skip that stitch or you miss that last stitch, that's when you find that your work starts to have a slant to it, because you've missed a stitch. So this is what it looks like right here. So I want to show you. That's what it looks like. So what we did was we did this row. So now that's what it looks like right there, and those are your treble crochets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and chain 4. That chain 4 is considered a treble crochet. It's your first crochet stitch of the row. You're going to turn your work. You're not going to go in there because that's your first treble crochet. You're going to go into the next stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into this stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do this in every stitch across. This is going to be a repeat. This is your repeat over and over again until you finish this block. But let me mention that this block will finish with, in actuality, like with all the rows, the last row will be when we do the border. And if you've never done one of these before, I'll explain what that means. So we're going to do this right across, and we're going to make a treble crochet right across. And when I mention that you want to, when you go in, you want to pull up that loop long enough, because you want it to mirror these, so you don't want them to fall short of the other ones. You want them to be the same length. See how that is? So again, we're just going to keep making these across, and you're going to do a total of 9 rows of treble crochet for this block. And this block, like all the other blocks, really work up very quickly. I'm going to just pull that out because my yarn bowl was holding the yarn back, which is not supposed to do. So we're going to just do this right across. And Again, I go slow. You can write it down. You can follow along with me. Whatever you want to do is fine. I want to make these tutorials easy to follow. And I don't like to go, I like to explain everything. If there's something I haven't mentioned, please ask me in the comments. Please say in the comments, by the way, you didn't mention this, or I just have a question. Always feel free to ask me a question. I answer all questions. I answer all comments. So do not feel funny and say, oh, she's not going to answer me. I definitely will. I always answer your comments and your questions. And if there's anything special that you made the treble crochet with, let us know. Stitch with, let us know what it was. By the way, you can make baby blankets with this. You can make large Afghans with this without making the blocks, just the same thing. You can make beautiful scarves with this, so you can make a lot of different things with this, just to let you know. Now I want to show you at the end again, especially now that we're in row 2. When you get to the end, you're going to have that chain 4. You're going to go to the top of that chain 4. You always want to make sure that you get in there and you make sure you don't skip that chain stitch, because that's what will throw off your, let me show you. I just want to pull this out so that you can see it. This here, you want to make sure that you get this chain 4 stitch. You don't want to miss that stitch. I don't want to go fast and not mention that, because you want to finish off that row, and that's what finishes off that row. Now here we go, and that is 2 rows of the treble crochet. So now this is row 2. We finished off with row 2. What's going to happen is you're going to make 10 rows of treble crochets, 10 of these rows. Once you're done with your 10th row, then we are going to finish off, and then we're going to do the sides of the square. And I want to just push this down here so you know what I mean. So again, these are going to be easy rows to count. So should you lose count, no worries, because you're going to be able to tell. These are 2 rows right here, and all you have to do is count your trebles. You see there's a row of trebles there, then there's a row of trebles there. There's 2 rows right here. This is the square that I made, and it's finished. So here's row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, row 9, and row 10. You'll be able to tell them apart. You'll be able to tell where your rows begin and end. So now, when you're done with your square, and this is for all of the squares, if you make all of the squares, if you make a couple of the squares, it does not matter. Say you want to pick out 3 or 4 of these squares and just make that. You can do that and make your own design. But what will happen after you're done with your squares, and we'll make believe this is finished, and you have 10 rows of trebles, you're going to put 25 single crochets at the top of your block, 25 single crochets at each side, 25 single crochets at the bottom, and in each corner the 4 corners, you will put 3 single crochets. You will do that with each block that you make. So I shortened this so it didn't look so you could see it. Right here I made 25 single crochets, and you can space them, and I made them on all the sides, 25 single crochets. Then in each corner I made 3 single crochets just in the corners. That will finish off your blocks, so that when you have all your blocks done, we can put these together and put them together by this nice edge that finishes off the blocks. That's how we will piece them together. So this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you liked this tutorial on block number 22. We're getting there, block number 22. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And again, happy Veterans Day to all our veterans out there. We love you all, and we thank you for your service. Thank you for everybody for being here. Have a great night, and I love you all. Bye-bye.